What's up, guys? Dr. Doll here. Got my cup of joe in the afternoon because I'm a mom and I'm tired. And I'm in my closet. So, I wanted to give you an update on the Patsy Ann doll that I'm restoring. I really wanted to film the whole restoration process, and the whole paint stripping process. I tried over and over and over again to film, but it's just really, really difficult right now because there's just not a quiet space for me to film. Like every time, I would go downstairs, it was like the kids would just run around and scream and be crazy. And then if I tried to film in the office, then inevitably, like, my husband would be in a meeting and I would have to, make myself scarce. And so it's like, anyways, I really wanted to film it, but I just couldn't. So I'm just going to give you an update on how she's doing and where we're at. So I have stripped off her old paint and I have repainted. I've done 2 coats of this light skin tone on her. So here are her limbs. I took her apart. Her elastic was so like rotten and gross. So yeah. Everything turned out great except for her head. I got lazy at one point because chipping off like paint. By the way, sorry, not to like make a tangent here, but if any of you know of a better way, like a more efficient way to strip paint off of a composition doll, please let me know in the comments. I have just been like chipping it off by hand or like using an abrasive, like sanding to get the paint off because I know you can't use liquids. If you know of an easier way, a better way, please let me know. I'm all about that because doing it like just chipping it off, that takes forever. So please let me know if you know of a better way. But anyways, I was chipping it off by hand. I got stuck on her head because of all the grooves in her hair. I wasn't able to just like get all of the paint off. And so I got lazy and I painted over some old paint. But now you can see through it and it's not even. And there's some like bumps in it. So I'm not happy with it. I think I'm going to have to go back and strip all the paint and like refinish her. So that's what I get for trying to cut corners. So I'm gonna have to redo her head. Also, sadly, I found out that part of her foot is missing. So I think it was her right foot. Yeah, it's her right foot. Her toes are missing, which I didn't realize in the first video because she had her booties on. And it's sad, but what are you going to do? These were marketed as the unbreakable dolls, but kids are pretty rough. And even if this doll was, treasured and loved, like, things happen, accidents happen. These composition dolls are definitely not unbreakable. So, and with her being almost 100 years old, it's not really surprising. Oh, another bit of good news. I soaked her clothes overnight in a gentle bath with just soap and water, and they came out totally clean. I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but it was like brown. And the water was disgusting. Like, it was so brown and dirty and gross, and it had this horrible odor to it. Odor is gone. It's totally clean. I think I have come to the decision that these are not the original clothes, but I'm totally fine with that. I actually kind of like these better because I believe that this is a feed sack dress made from like a flour sack during the Great Depression era. And so that to me, like like is even more special. I love the idea that, you know, these people who were struggling, you know, just to put food on the table, and, you know, maybe this little girl or her mom, you know, just had enough, made enough scraps, pulled enough scraps together of this flour sack material to make her little dolly a dress. And I don't know, I love that. I think that's really special little story, and I'm so happy that it stayed with her all these years. So, to me, that's almost like better than having her original outfit, because one of the things that draws me to her is knowing that she, you know, was a doll during that time, you know, when there was so much going on in the world, and especially, you know, with the Great Depression here in America. And I don't know, to me, it's like, that's really cool that she still has an outfit from that time. So anyways, I just wanted to give you a little update on her. She's still in pieces. In the next video, I am hoping to show the restringing, maybe the rest of the paint. But like I said, life is kind of unpredictable, and I don't really have the best places to film right now, so I'll do what I can. Again, if you have a good suggestion for getting paint off of composition, please let me know. Oh, and I do want to say that one of the viewers on my last video, she asked, because when I unboxed her, there was like paint flakes just coming off of her, just like shedding off, like onto my skirt, onto the floor. And it was really weird, because I've held composition dolls before, like even some where they had lots of crazing and, you know, paint just stripped away and holes, and I've never had one just shed paint chips on me before. And one of my viewers on the last video asked if maybe someone had painted a second coat over her original paint, and that's why it was doing that. And I think you're spot on. I think that someone had done a second coat of paint over her original paint, and that's what was just flaking off, falling off, because underneath that was like more paint. And that was the paint that gave me a fight as to, you know, coming off. The first layer of paint was just super easy. You know, I could almost just use a toothbrush and like it would flake off. But the original paint was kind of difficult to get off. So I'm not sure why they painted over her original paint, because honestly, her original paint looked to be in good condition. You know, like maybe there were a couple of places, but it was just kind of odd. I don't know why someone painted over her in the first place. But anyways, you were spot on about that. So good job. And anyways, that's the update on Patsy Ann. I hope to be filming more videos soon. It's been kind